Whoa, he's actually just put that idea in my head.
How many watts drag is your current hair?
I think it's been a lot worse before. Down my wife got a bit keen and bought quite a few sort of naughty treats. That's been banned from the house now. Ben Swift basically broke into his house and was in his bedroom.
So first of all, Richie Gray is asking, if the Tour de France doesn't go ahead, is there any prospect of you going for the hour record?
Whoa. I guess I'd be able to do that on my own, wouldn't I? Social distancing and all that, but I haven't thought about it. He's actually just put that idea in my head. Obviously, we're all geared up for hopefully the Tour happening. We've got a start date now, and that gives us something to work towards. If it doesn't, it'd be really disappointing, obviously. And then you just have to sort of assess where everything, like if the Tour doesn't happen, then nothing else, that'll be season over basically, won't it? So yeah, try not to think about those negatives really, just kind of assume it's going to be on and train for that. Is like 16 weeks now, 15 and a half weeks till the start of the Tour, so still a lot of training to go, but yeah, that's what's sort of keeping me motivated now. I'm going to head back out to France on Monday, so yeah, we'll be back out there, can train on the road there. At the moment anyway, that's what the French government's saying, so that's all good. So yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, if not, I guess it would be something nice to sort of go for, wouldn't it? I could maybe
yeah. Nick Parrott's asking, what do you think of the UCI's condensed calendar that's been announced?
I think yeah, it's great. I think if it can happen, obviously it's extremely condensed and there's a lot of races, and maybe the only negative is the fact that at the moment I think the Giro, Vuelta and Roubaix are all overlapping, which isn't ideal, but I think the current situation, if we can get all those races in, that would just be phenomenal. But yeah, maybe it's wishful thinking, I don't know, but if we can just get back to racing, no matter what it is, will be a huge bonus for the sport and the fans and everyone really. So
yeah, have you had to change any of the races that you're going for this year just because of that condensed calendar and things overlapping? No, the Tour is still sort of my main goal to go for, and that's kind of ideal really, seeing this, it's the biggest one and everything sort of is built around that. So yeah, it's the same really. It's just a lot different. We won't get the build-up races that we're used to, and so it'll be a lot of training, and I think the race will be a bit different because of that. I think, yeah, whatever team can get 8 of the fittest guys and probably the mentally strong guys as well, who've been able to train a lot. Because there's one thing getting ready to sort of race, but then there's another thing being race fit for the Tour, so yeah, that last week could be interesting. You a twice a day biscuit man? Not at the moment, but I'm just trying not to buy it now. Like, to be honest, the start of lockdown, my wife got a bit keen and bought quite a few sort of naughty treats, and found myself getting stuck into them quite a bit, so that's been banned from the house now. So just things you snack on a lot, like hot cross buns, even though they're not like the worst thing you can have, but stuff like that, and a few little chocolate bars, Cadbury stuff. And Lee Ross, he wants to know, how many watts drag is your current hair? We've had so many questions about hair under lockdown, so how many watts drag do you think it is? It's not that bad. I think it's been a lot worse before, but my wife cuts my hair most of the time, well, all the time now anyway, so I've been quite lucky. She's not a professional or anything like that. She doesn't even know what she's doing really, but I'm lucky my hair is just a bit sort of messy, innit? It's just wherever, so even if she messes up and takes a chunk out, you're not going to notice. So I've seen a lot worse, believe me, that some of the guys at Wiggle that have had lockdown haircuts. Yeah, I'm sure. And I always looked up to Nicole Cook and Brad. Nicole was obviously living just down the road, and she was winning world titles and stuff, and so that kind of made it seem a bit more achievable and more real. And obviously Brad, he was kind of doing everything
that I was sort of aspiring to do. So like winning junior worlds, and then it's on the British program, winning Olympic medals, turning pro. So he was always doing that like 4, 5, 6 years in front of me, and so I always looked up to him as well. I think it's different year by year. I think, you know, to start with, you're motivated by trying to win an Olympic gold medal, and then, you know, trying to improve on the road, but he still had London as a massive goal, just, you know, home Olympics. Then after that, kind of the one-day races, that's what I saw as could get my success, and just wanting to win whatever it was, you know, and then going into the shorter stage races, and then turning my attention to Grand Tours, and just love racing my bike and training hard and working hard. And so, yeah, I think it's just pushing yourself to, you know, as far as you can, and trying to achieve your goals and stuff, and just having goals which excite you is the main thing. There's no point in, I don't know, having a goal of riding a sub 20-minute 10 if you don't like time trialing, you know. You need to, or trying to ride a sub 16 10 when you're never going to get close to it. So it's having those goals which will really stretch you and seem out, I wouldn't say outrageous, but, you know, at the very limits, and then just go for it, put everything into it you can, and see what can happen.
David Garner has quite an unusual question. If you weren't G and had to be one other cyclist today, who would it be?
I guess Froome. He's won quite a lot.
Yeah, that's actually a really lovely answer. Nominate one of your teammates.
Yeah, well, I kind of have to. I'm on Facebook Live. No,
I'm sure he's watching.
No, I think I'd choose Froome. Yeah, he's obviously a phenomenal rider. Obviously a crazy accident last year, but from speaking to him and seeing what he's been doing, he's definitely on his way back. So, yeah, it'd be good to see him back to full fitness as well.
He wants to know what the best prank you've ever played on another rider is, or one that's been played on you.
Oh, so back in the academy, we hired Scream outfit, and we played a couple of pranks with them. One was on Andy Tennant, and the other was on Ed Clancy. And yeah, basically the first one with Andy Tennant, Ben Swift basically broke into his house and was in his bedroom, and we made an excuse for Tennant was in our house. We had two houses on the same street. Swifty was waiting for him in his room, and we managed to convince Tennant to go and get something from his room, some DVD or something. So Andy went down, oblivious to the fact that Swifty was in his room in a full-on Scream outfit. And yeah, it's fair to say Andy was pretty terrified when he opened his bedroom door. He was on the phone to his dad or his mum at the time as well.
Did he scream?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Swifty even had a camera to record it, but because he was waiting a while, he didn't record it. It just woke up the camera, so that was unfortunate, because that would have been gold to have that footage. But yeah, I think that's probably the best we've done.
All right. Bye-bye.
See ya.